discuss that the Prophet servant. Of course, those people who say the Prophet is just a human being, just like any other human being, their hearts said to be away from faith. Allah is describing first who are those people. Those are non-believers, those are infidels, and conceal their thoughts. Is this, those people, the infidels, the non-believers, what they say? They said, is this Muhammad anything but a human being like you? Do you see Allah condemn and threatening those people who say the Prophet is a human being just like any other human being? Allah describing in this life, they would say, Allah first gave us description. Who are those people? Those people are non-believers. Those people are infidels. What they say, let me see. Let's us continue with the verse. They say, this man, referring to the Prophet or any other Prophet, this man is nothing but a human like you, eating of what you eat and drinking of what you drink. Do you see? Another description, another people, Allah condemn them when they say the Prophet is a human being just like any other human being. Surah Al-Mu'minun, verse number 24. فَقَالَ الْمَلَأُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ قَوْمِهِ مَا هَذَا إِلَّا بَشَرٌ مِثْلُكُمْ. And among his people who refused to acknowledge the truth replied, this man, referring to men like you, then you will surely be the losers. Again, Allah described the non-believers, the infidels, in all of these verses. Allah described them as non-believers. Unfortunately, the vast majority of Muslims, if you ask them, they will tell you, according to these verses, Allah said, the Prophet is a human being just like any other human being in their creation, human being. But there is something very different. Those had chosen by Allah, especially the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Allahumma salli like us. He is a human being. Would indeed obey Allah. Would indeed obey Allah. Verse number 54. وَإِن تُطِيعُوهُ تَهْتَدُوا وَمَا عَلَى الرَّسُولِ إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ. If you obey the messengers, you will be guided. And the messenger, the job of the messenger to spread what? The message. He spread the message. And our job to obey him, not saying he could make mistakes just like any other human being making mistakes. What a foolish idea is this one. Unfortunately, this is, by the way, this is part of our core belief. If you don't believe properly with Tawheed, Allah, unfortunately, of course, their Tawheed is totally different because they believe Allah is a human being. He can walk. He first shaking hand with Umar and took him by hand, by the way, Umar ibn al-Khattab, and get him to the paradise. Their Tawheed. Today I'm not discussing Tawheed. I'm discussing prophethood, Nubuwwah. They said, human being just like us. Allah said, if you obey the messenger, you'll be guided. That's it. If he is a human being and can make a mistake, and Allah said, if you obey him, you will be guided. What about if he make mistake and I obey him? How Allah is going to be, how Allah is going to judge me in the day of judgment. I make mistake. You told me, follow him. Anyways, Surah An-Nisa, verse number 65. فَلَا وَرَبِّكَ. Allah said, by your Lord. Allah is swearing by his greatness. He said, فَلَا وَرَبِّكَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ حَتَّى يُحَكِّمُوكَ فِيمَا شَجَرَ بَيْنَهُم ثُمَّ لَا يَجِدُوا فِي أَنفُسِهِمْ حَرَجًا مِمَّا قَضَيْتَ وَيُسَلِّمُوا تَسْلِيمًا. He said, by your Lord. Allah said, he swore by his glory. He said, by your Lord, O Muhammad, they do not believe unless, this is the difference. Look, If you don't follow this one, you will never be among the believers. He said, Allah, by your Lord, they do not believe unless they make you, O Prophet Muhammad, a judge of all on which they disagree among themselves, and then find in their hearts no doubt. Not just, look, Allah said, you are not going to be among the believers unless He put multiple conditions. First, they have to make the Prophet the judgment when they have differences. Not just that. And he said, judge among them, and then find in their hearts. You have to look at your hearts. If you have a doubt, you are not going to be among the believers. And then find in their hearts no doubt to accept your decision of Prophet Muhammad. Not just that. Do you see all of these conditions one by one, and would totally surrender to that? If you don't surrender totally to the Prophet, that he is appointed by Allah, that he is the guidance of Allah. Allahu nuru samawati wal ard. Allah, the light of the heaven and the earth. What heaven? Nur samawat, the guidance. And Prophet Muhammad is Nur Allah, the guidance of Allah. That's the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Salawat. Really appreciate that. Anyways, today is a very happy day. I wait this day really the whole year. I mean, the birth anniversary of Prophet Muhammad and Imam S.A.W.W. I mean, we cannot even ask more than that. This is great. So that's why we have to be happy. But unfortunately, my voice, my age won't help me when we have a big noise. Salawat. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Surah Yasin, verse number 3. Innaka lamina al-mursalin. Indeed, you are from the messengers, one of the messengers. Ala siratim mustaqim. You are absolutely on the straight path. فتوكل على الله إنك على الحق المبين. Hence, place your trust in Allah. Behold, you are indeed on the clear truth, the true path of Allah. That's human being like us can make a mistake. I mean, we can go on and on and on. All of the above, verses, they indicate the absolute infallibility of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I would like to give some more description to our beloved Prophet. Surah Al-Anbiya, verse number 107. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. Allah said, "Oh Prophet Muhammad, we have sent you as a mercy towards all of the worlds with us." Mercy, He is the mercy to the whole worlds. Verse 5. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ تَعَالَوْا يَسْتَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ لَوَّوْا رُؤُوسَهُمْ وَرَأَيْتَهُمْ يَصُدُّونَ وَهُمْ مُسْتَكْبِرُونَ. Allah described the hypocrites in this verse. Allah offered them, the hypocrites, to change course. He said, when they are told, the hypocrites, come, let the messenger of Allah ask for forgiveness to you. Look, this is the greatness of our Prophet. Inshallah, he is the Shafi'. Inshallah, he is the one going to have for us intercession in the day of judgment. So Allah described the hypocrites, when they are told, come, let the messenger of Allah ask for forgiveness to you, they turned their heads away, and you see them go away. Until today, many Muslims, especially these scholars in Saudi Arabia, they said, ask Allah, don't ask the messenger. Allah, let the messenger ask forgiveness to you. They turned away. Allah can do of their births. So we want to see how Imam S.A.W.W. alayhi salam described for us the greatest human being Allah has ever created, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Let me give you another example about the intercession of the Prophet, what Allah commands us. فاستغفروا الله واستغفر لهم الرسول لوجدوا الله توابا رحيما. Allah said in this is very clear verse. Allah said, we have sent you, O the messenger of Allah, nothing except to be obeyed by permission of Allah. And if they make mistake, they make sin, and came to you, O Prophet Muhammad, when we make mistakes, we turn our heads towards our Prophet. When they come to you, according to Allah's command, and ask Allah for forgiveness, and the Prophet ask Allah for and accept the dua of the Prophet. The greatness of the intercession, no doubt, indeed, I will forgive you. Surah Al-Hujurat, verse number 2.